Hello everybody and welcome back to the Hunter Gatherer channel, and today we're going to do another unboxing video. And I know they're kind of corny, but it's to help me talking in front of the camera, and it's to show you guys the items that I am going to be using this year to hunt. And I told you on the last video already what it is, but let's pull this thing up. I wish it would have came yesterday. I would have just done it on yesterday's video. This right here is the Hawk Helium sticks. If I stand it up, I don't think you'll be able to see it. So, the company is Hawk, and these sticks are the Helium sticks. They make them in a couple different variations. These are the 20-inch steps or sticks. They also make them in a 30-inch stick. They have a step at the bottom, a step in the middle, and a step on the top on the 30 inchers. These ones just have a step in the bottom and a step on the top. And I went with these because they're a little lighter. Also, I went with these because they're shorter and it'll be easier to pack in. And I went with these other than other steps. One is because Corona has made it to where many things are out of stock. But also, I like the design of these, as I'm showing you, you'll see. Those of you that have seen tree sticks, the climbing sticks, you know different name brands, but there's many different brands out there, and some of them only have one step on the bottom and top, and you can flip it from one side to the other depending on if you want to use your left foot or your right foot. This has a step on each side, so you can use 2 feet and stand, and instead of standing on just 1 foot. That's one reason I went with them. They're also pretty light. They have suction cups that mate them or pair them together that keeps them from making metallic noises. And there was a couple other reasons, but those are the ones I can think of. So let's pop this box open. All right. I ordered these from Max Prairie Wings. A lot of places were out of stock, and they happened to have them, and they had a pretty good deal on them. This is a 4-stick set, and my game plan is to run what they call an aider to get me a little bit higher in the tree. So you'll have your stick on there, and then you'll hook something on there that you can use as another step. So I'll have 3 steps. And I'm trying to decide if I want one on every step, or if I want one that I hook on, I use it, and as I get to the top, I put the next stick up, I just take it off of this one and put it onto the next one. But that's all going to be part of my practicing and planning phase of this project. Yikes, I don't want to bust my finger on that. There we go. Okay, so looks like there's a little bit of work to do. This is what they call a Versa button. I'll show you. It's going to bolt into this spot right here, and that's where your strap hooks to hook it to the tree. These flip down like so, and it sounds pretty quiet to do it. And obviously this is the top, and you'll hook it onto the tree. And I also have in this pocket, let's see here, well, I'm looking. That's what this last box is. This is what bites it onto the tree. I was like, what in the world? How did they forget those? Oh, I didn't. They're just not on. These bolt here. And the tree will be like this, and you push this onto the tree, and your strap goes around the tree. I'll have to get them all the way together to really check it all out. And I've got a couple other pieces to do too to it, and I can show you maybe I'll do the whole thing in this little unboxing and preparing video. So these pieces here, this is a new piece to these as of, I think, last year, 2019. And these suction cup in here like so, and they really go in, man. You push those babies in there like that, and they will not come apart unless you tell them to. But it doesn't make any clanging noise. I mean, you don't want to. I had a climbing tree stand, and you just strapped it together really hard, and it sounded like. And if you don't get them strapped just right, and you have that clang a couple times on your way into the woods, the deer will hear you from a mile away. That's not a natural noise in the woods. They don't hear that. They hear sticks, they hear other things, but they don't hear that. So, anyway, and they said they're pretty hard to get back apart, and they weren't kidding, which is good, because you don't want them falling apart on your walk in. Probably the more you use it, the easier they'll work, but that took a lot of pressure. So, I am going to get all this stuff out and set it out, and then I'll show you a little bit more. Maybe I'll put these together so you can see the whole thing. So I decided that I'm going to do a second video when I have a moment. I've got about 20 minutes to eat dinner and get somewhere to practice for a function that's going on Friday. So, we did the unboxing just because I was super excited and I wanted to see that they were actually there. So I put temporarily on. They're loose. They're obviously making noise. But this is what the stick looks like when it's done. And you'll have the Versa button, they call it here, and your the pieces that bite against the tree down here. Shove it against the tree, and there's the way that they send it. It has these cam buckles that one goes on the Versa button, yeah, like so. You hook it up to the tree, you bring it around the tree, and you hook it back to the Versa button here, like so, and then you pull the cam, tighten it up around the tree. But this is a problem, right? You don't want that noise. So one of there's a bunch of different ways that some guys are doing a DIY. Well, first I could take a tire tube, like a bicycle tire tube, and put it over top of this, and that'll give it some deadening properties. That's an option. But people say, you know what, this is extra weight, this metal. I don't know whether it's that much, but as you add more and more and more to it, you've got 4 buckles. There's over a pound there probably. So there's other options. One is Tethered makes a product called the Versa strap. It's for your Versa button. It's made out of like a ratchet strap material. And they have like what they call daisy chain holes. So they'll have a hole like this, and it'll be out of 2 straps. So you'll have like the strap will fold over itself. It'll be stitched here with a hole, and then it'll be stitched again, kind of like if you did this. You did this with a strap, right? Then you sewed a spot here, and then you sewed a spot here, so there's a gap, like that. And then you sew another spot here, so there's a gap. And every 2 inches, they sewed a spot, so you can choose which side. So that's an option. I actually did order those. I'm waiting on those to get in. They're back ordered, so that might be what I go with. But also I have Amsteel blue rope, synthetic rope. And I made this actually for my platform, but I didn't get crazy and do the loops here, so it'll go around a tree, the minimum, that size. But then I I knotted a spot every inch, so I can select that size and hook that on. And with this, it would be, see this Versa button's too big for this that I've done, but it would go around there like that, and then as you went around the tree, you would grab the one that was the closest to what you wanted and hook it around that Versa button. So that's another option. Like I said, I bought the Versa straps, so if they get here on time, that's what I'll be using. But I have more AM steel that I can use, and this stuff is so much lighter than those straps with the cam buckles on it. The other straps are pretty light too. So, but the reason that I'm not putting these all together right now is because I have one other thing, and there's a company called Stealth Strips, I think. You look up Stealth Strips. Anyways, they make these strips that are camouflage of some sort. They have different color options. And this particular Stealth Strip is made specifically for these Hawk Helium steps. So, before I put everything together, I actually have to take other bolts out and take all these pieces off so I can get these put on. And what it is, it's a padded tape that's camouflage. So it's going to camouflage your parts. But if you see the difference, see this? Right? It's got metal sound. Put this on there, you don't get that metallic ting. So it'll still make noise, but it doesn't make metallic noise. So Stealth Strips are going on all these Hawk Helium sticks. Then we will be putting on our Versa straps, hopefully, if they get in. So maybe I'll do a little, this is how I put these on, this is how I did this video so you can see it. A lot of guys are running these Stealth Strips. Very good for camouflaging and sound deadening. So anyhow, looks like I got another project. Like I don't have enough projects, right? But I'm excited about these Hawk Helium steps. I'll strap them right onto themselves, and then they'll go right on my backpack, and they'll be short enough to where they'll be to my waist and below my head. So if I can make my head under the tree, these will go under the tree branches too. And so that'll help being quiet on the way to the stand. And the only other thing that I'm thinking about doing with these sticks is making what they call an aider. And that would be with like a strapping material again. And something that probably has a loop of some sort. I got to figure out exactly how I'm making it yet. That probably needs a big enough loop that can loop right over the whole stick itself, like that. So just have some strapping material that it's going to have to be obviously longer than this, but I want it to be just about the same length as what these steps are. So from here to here, I think it's like an 18-inch step, and so make it so where from here, from below this step, it's another 18 inches down to the bottom of this. It's not going to have a cam buckle on it or anything. It'll just be some tubular webbing that has a knot in it, and the knot I'll keep up here, and I'll step in this first, then I'll step on this, and then I'll step on this, put the next one on. You'll see. I'll show you how I'm going to operate going up the tree safely, carefully. Okay. That's enough of this. I got to get going. I want to thank you for watching. If you use the Hawk Helium steps, let me know in the comments below. If you use, some people change up their Versa button to a smaller one. They use like a metal washer or like a body washer or whatever on there. Everybody's always changing stuff up, making it a little more DIY and a little more useful for them the way they want to do it. That's what's nice about this stuff. You can change things up. So if you're using that, if you've ever used Stealth Strips, if you like them, if you don't think they're great, let me know down in the comments below. And the Versa strap versus the Amsteel Blue daisy chain versus putting tire tube on the cam buckle. Let me know what you think on that. And tell me if you use an aider or not. How did you use it? You know, these videos that I'm showing you this stuff is not about like, look at the stuff I got. It's like, hey, I'm kind of new to this. Other people are new too. This is what I've got. This is what I know. I'll show you how I'm going to use it later. And so if you leave a comment below, it could help the next person out and help me out and maybe help you out. So like I said, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. I hope that you continue to watch them. I hope that I'm going to bring you good content. I hope that deer season is amazing. We get a lot of good footage. And I guess that's about it. We appreciate you. We love you. God loves you. And we'll see you next time. Comment, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Hit the like button. You know the deal. Hey, thanks a lot. Love you guys. See ya.